Yo, what's up? This is CTW40. And can somebody explain to me how Disney, right, still makes shitty-ass movies? How is that possible? They have all the money in the known universe, right? They're like the biggest company ever that's not named Amazon and owned by some weird bald guy, as far as I know. It might still be owned by some bald guy, but you spend like $400 million per movie. How do you still make shitty movies? I don't understand. Like, the movies, right? You're spending $400 million on a movie. It's gonna have good special effects most of the time, right? Everybody likes to make fun of Black Panther, which had some, sus effects, right? But most of the time, it's good, right? A vast majority of the time. But, like, writing-wise, right? Like, creating the story for the movie. How do you have shitty stories? I don't understand. You have infinite money. How can you not hire people who know how to write a story? Isn't it like, you can learn how to write a good story? It's not like you're just naturally born with the talent to do it. Maybe you are, but you don't have to be, right? You can, take courses and shit on how to, write engaging stories and stuff, How the hell do you have people writing garbage? I don't understand. Hire somebody who knows what they're doing. And they buy up like every other movie studio, right? They're trying to turn it into a monopoly, right? Everybody loves that game, Monopoly. But they're trying to be the only movie studio because they bought all the other ones. God damn. It's like, most of the time, if you're going to be buying another company, it's because, the other company's doing well. Maybe they have some people there who are able to write good stories. So what, did you just buy their company and fire all those people? And then put your same shitty guys who write all your shitty movies in charge of writing stuff for that company that you just took over? Like, I don't understand. How the hell? How is it possible? It can't be that hard to write a good story. What is the deal? I don't know. Like, the Star Wars. They bought the Lucasfilms, right? They make all the Star Wars movies now. They're all shit. How many good Star Wars movies have been made since Disney took over it? The answer is not very many. Like, maybe there's one or two, but probably even if they are good ones, those were just, smaller companies that Disney hired to make the movies for them, Disney wasn't directly overseeing it. It's not Kathleen Kennedy's fault or whatever. She only makes shitty movies. That's her policy, I think. But it's like the big ones, right? Episode 7, 8, 9, dog shit. Everybody realized those movies are dog shit. How? Are they just trying to rush them out too quickly? What do they have, like a couple of years? 1 year? How long do they have in between those movies? I don't know. When was the first one? Like 14, 16, 15? Somewhere in there? I don't know. They had some time in between. How long does it take to come up with a coherent plot, right? I don't understand. It's the biggest franchise ever, right? You just shit on it. I don't get it. How hard would it be to, they had the thing where they keep switching directors. Like, they start out with J.J. Abrams, right? Which, I'm not sure he's that good of a choice to begin with for anything that does not involve things exploding every 2 seconds, right? And then they get Mr. Rian Johnson, right? And he makes the shittiest movie ever in the 8th episode, right? And then they get J.J. Abrams back for the 3rd one. And then it's also shit. Like, big surprise. I don't understand. You didn't have anything planned out for what was going to happen after the first one? The 7th episode? Or did you just throw it all in the bin? You come up with a plan for how the movies are going to go, and then you just toss it all in the bin after the 7th one comes out. Even though you made $1 bazillion on it. You're like, nah, that shit's no good anymore. Let's change it up now. Good idea. Just part of the way through the process of making the series. That's smart. That sounds pretty fucking smart to me. I don't understand. And then what else? They have Marvel too, right? Marvel is somehow now the other biggest franchise ever, right? And it's like everybody, it's just the biggest thing around for years, right? Until the Endgame movie. And then, everybody watches that one. Everyone's like, "Ooh, that was so good." And then, since that movie came out, they made like one good movie. Like, I don't know. They have the ability to like consistently make at least decent movies. Nobody has really like big problems with any of them for like a decade. And then Endgame comes out, and now everything you make is dog shit. How is that possible? Did you just forget how to make good movies? How do you do that? I don't understand. You just have like, they had some guy in charge of making it. Is it James Gunn, right? I think. I don't know. Maybe that guy's a pedophile. I don't know, it's something like that. But so they have some guy in charge of making all the movies, right? Did they get rid of? Didn't like DC get him now? Maybe Disney got rid of him. Marvel got rid of him. Gave him to DC, and now they just have like morons in charge of the Marvel stuff. I don't know. How is every movie you make garbage? And it's like, to some extent, it's going to be people just saying it's bad because, Endgame already came out and they're like, this franchise should be over, which it should, right? But it can't all be that. Part of it is just that your movie's bad. Not everybody is saying your movie is bad because they're tired of your movies. Your movies are also just bad, all right? Like, how? I don't know. They want to... Maybe they're making too many movies. Isn't that the theory, right? They just make too many, so they can't spend enough time actually focusing on any of them? I don't know. They're making the TV shows too now, but they're all dog shit too. Like, So instead of making like 1 or 2 good movies a year, now you just make 100 dog shit products a year? Do you make the same amount of money from doing both of those things? I don't know, maybe. I don't work at Disney, so I don't fucking know. But, I don't know. Seems like you're destroying your legacy. Boom. I don't know. But there's also, like, other studios do the same thing, too, right? Like, it's Universal, who's doing Jurassic Park, right? They shit on Jurassic Park, too, as a prank. They did, like, the same thing as Star Wars did, right? I don't know. They're like, everybody likes these movies. Let's make more of them. But then they forgot that everybody liked the movies because they were, like, good movies. Not just because they have the franchise name on them. So then they just make a bunch of shitty movies. They still make infinite money, but, like, not because the movies are good, just because it's an old, like, beloved franchise that they raped. Whoops. I don't know. But then there's, like, some people still mostly know how to make good movies, right? It seems like. Maybe the problem is that I'm, acting like it's studios as a whole getting things wrong when it's probably like different groups of people working on different movies for the same studio. But yeah, like how about Tom Cruise, right? Everybody likes Tom Cruise movies, right? How does he do it? How does he consistently make movies that people like besides The Mummy? Huh? How does he do that? Why doesn't everybody else just get Tom Cruise to make their movies for him, huh? Disney, hire Tom Cruise, huh? There you go. Now everybody will start watching your Marvel movies again because they won't be Marvel movies anymore. They'll be just movies of Tom Cruise sprinting around and, like, fighting people. I don't know, bro. How is it possible that all your movies are shit when you spend $400 million on a movie, right? I watched this movie, El Mariachi, right? And I looked at the budget, and it's $7,000. I don't know. It was from, like, probably, like, 1999 or something. I don't know. But, like... So they spent less than $10,000 on the movie, right? Compared to a Disney movie, it's like pound for pound the greatest movie ever, right? Because like they spent $7,000 and it's an okay movie. Disney spends $400 million and other movies are shit. Like, huh? Obviously the effects in this the El Mariachi are not good, but it's like at least it's coherent. I can tell what's supposed to be going on and why the characters are like doing the things that they're doing, Everything makes sense, unlike in Disney movies. And all the characters don't make shitty jokes every 20 seconds, right? It makes sense. And they spent $7,000, it's an okay movie. How do you spend $400 million and nothing makes sense? It's just incoherent garbage going on. I don't get it. You spent all of your money on your special effects and none of it on coming up with a story. What the hell is wrong with you? All right? If you work at Disney, you've got brain damage. Unless you're like one of the, animators or something. Then you're probably just overpaid. You're like a teacher. I meant underpaid. You're overworked, underpaid, and you want to kill yourself. All right? But, Yeah, I don't know. Disney, try making a good movie for once, bro. Boom. Subscribe or you're obese.